Ho ho ho! You're watching VoiceMas with BrandonVoiceGuy. Hey guys, how's it going? This is Brandon here. Sticking with the Grinch theme at the moment, I'm going to recite Dr. Seuss's How the Grinch Stole Christmas. I hope you guys enjoy it. I might do a rant video on a certain movie, A Christmas Story, and how it became this cultural icon from just a simple movie about Christmas. Just a simple random video about Christmas, which I'm probably gonna watch while I'm editing the video. But anyways, I hope you enjoy it. Man, this December is going by fast. I also have a review for Hoot in the Dark coming up, so check out that channel. I'll be live streaming some more Power Wash Simulator, or maybe I'll play some, you know what, I'll probably play some God of War Ragnarok, because it's the Christmas season and I need a little break from Power Wash Simulator. I mean, it's Christmas, why am I doing that? I hope you guys enjoy How the Grinch Stole Christmas. Oh yeah, by the way, I apologize for my very bad narrating voice. Anyways, enjoy. Every Who down in Whoville liked Christmas a lot, but the Grinch, who lived just north of Whoville, did not. The Grinch hated Christmas the whole Christmas season. Now, please don't ask why. No one quite knows the reason. It could be his head wasn't screwed on just right. It could be perhaps that his shoes were too tight. But I think the most likely reason of all may have been that his heart was 2 sizes too small. Whatever the reason, his heart or his shoes, he stood there on Christmas Eve, hating the Who's, staring down from his cave with a sour, grinchy frown at the warm, lighted windows below in their town. For he knew every Who down in Whoville beneath was busy now hanging a mistletoe wreath. And they're hanging their stockings, he snarled with a sneer. Tomorrow is Christmas, it's practically here. Then he growled with his Grinch fingers nervously drumming. I must find a way to stop Christmas from coming. For tomorrow, he knew, all the Who girls and boys would wake bright and early, and they'd rush for their toys. And then, oh, the noise. And that's the one thing he hated, the noise. Then the Who's, young and old, would sit down for a feast, and they'd feast, and they'd feast, and they'd feast. They would feast on Who pudding, and rare Who roast beast, which is something the Grinch couldn't stand in the least. And then they'd do something he'd like least of all. Every Who down in Whoville, the tall and the small, would stand close together, with Christmas bells ringing. They'd stand hand in hand, and the Who's would start singing. They'd sing, and they'd sing, and they'd sing. And the more the Grinch thought of this Who Christmas sing, the more the Grinch thought, I must stop this whole thing. Why, for 53 years I put up with it now. I must stop this Christmas from coming. But how? Then the Grinch got an idea. An awful idea. The Grinch got a wonderful, awful idea. I know just what to do. The Grinch laughed in his throat, and he made a quick Santa Claus hat and a coat, and he chuckled and clucked, what a great Grinchy trick! With this coat and this hat, I look just like Saint Nick. Now all I need is a reindeer. The Grinch looked around, but since reindeer was scarce, there were none to be found. But did that stop the Grinch? No. The Grinch simply said, if I can't find a reindeer, I'll make one instead. So he called his dog Max, then took some red thread, and he tied a big horn on the top of his head. Then he loaded some bags and some old empty sacks on a ramshackle sleigh, and he hitched up old Max. Then a Grinch said, "Giddy up! and the sleigh started down towards the homes where the Whos lay a snooze in their town. And all the windows were dark, quiet snow filled the air. All the Whos were all dreaming sweet dreams without care. When he came to the first little house on the square, "This is stop number 1, the old Grinch Claw hissed, and he climbed to the roof, empty bags in his fist. And he slimmed down the chimney, a rather tight pinch, but if Santa could do it, then so could the Grinch. He got stuck only once, for a moment or two. Then he stuck his head out of the fireplace flue, where the little stockings all hung in a row. "These stockings," he grinned, "are the first things to go." Then he slithered and slunk, and with a smile most unpleasant, around the whole room he took every present. Pop guns and bicycles, roller skates and drums, checkerboards, tricycles, popcorns and plums. And he stuffed them in a bag. Then the Grinch very nimbly stuffed all the bags one by one up the chimney. Then he slunk to the icebox. He took the Who feast. He took the Who pudding. He took the roast beast. He cleaned out the icebox as quick as a flash. Why, the Grinch even took their last can of Who hash. Then he stuffed all the food up the chimney with glee. "And now," grinned the Grinch, "I will stuff up the tree." And the Grinch grabbed the tree, and he started to shove, when he heard the small voice, like a coo of a dove. He turned around fast, and saw the small Who. It was Cindy Lou who was no more than 2. The Grinch had been caught by this tiny Who daughter, who'd got out of bed for a cup of cold water. She stared at the Grinch and said, "Santa Claus, why? Why are you taking our Christmas tree? Why?" But you know the Grinch. That old Grinch was smart and was so slick, he thought up a lie, and he thought it up quick. "Why, my sweet little tot," the fake Santa Claus lied, "there's a light on this tree that won't light on one side, so I'm taking it back to my workshop, my dear. I'll fix it up there, and I'll bring it back here." And his fib fooled the child, and he patted her head, and he got her a drink, and sent her to bed. And when Cindy Lou Who went to bed with her cup, he went to the chimney and stuffed the tree up. Then the last thing he took was a log on their fire. Then he went up to the chimney, himself the old liar. On the walls left nothing but hooks and some wires, and the one speck of food that was left in the house was a crumb that was even too small for a mouse. Then he did the same thing to all the other Who houses, leaving crumbs too small for the other Who's mouses. It was 1/4 dawn, all the Who's still abed, all the Who's still a snooze, when he packed up his sled, packed it up with the presents, the ribbons, the wrappings, the tags, the tassels, the trimmings, the trappings. 3,000 feet up, up to Mount Crumpet, he rode with his load to the tip-top to drop it. "Hoo-hoo to all the Who's," he was grinchishly humming. "They're finding out there's no Christmas is coming. They're just waking up. I know exactly what they're due. Their mouths will hang open for a minute or two. Then the Who's down in Whoville will all cry boo-hoo. That's a noise," grinned the Grinch, "that I simply must hear." So he paused, and the Grinch put his hand to his ear. But he did hear a sound rising from the snow. It started in low, and it started to grow. But the sound wasn't sad. Why, the sound sounded merry. It couldn't be so. It was merry, very. He stared down at Whoville. The Grinch popped his eyes. Then he shook. What he saw was a shocking surprise. Every Who down in Whoville, the tall and the small, was singing without any presents at all. He hadn't stopped Christmas for coming. It came. Somehow or another, it came just the same. And the Grinch, his Grinch feet ice cold in the snow, stood puzzling and puzzling. How could it be so? It came without ribbons. It came without tags. It came without packages, boxes, or bags. Then he puzzled 3 hours till his puzzler was sore. Then the Grinch thought of something he hadn't before. Maybe Christmas, he thought, doesn't come from a store. Maybe Christmas, perhaps, means a little more. And what happened then? Well, in Whoville, they say, that the Grinch's small heart grew 3 sizes that day. In a minute his heart didn't feel quite so tight. He whizzed with this load through the bright morning light, and he brought back the toys and the food for the feast. And he himself, the Grinch, carved the roast beast. So what do you guys think? Let me know in the comment section below. I hope you guys are having an amazing VoiceMas season or December, whatever holiday you guys are celebrating. I hope you're enjoying it. And until then, I'll see you guys for my next VoiceMas video. Happy holidays. Thank you so much for watching, and thank you for all your continued support. Don't forget to like, share, comment, subscribe, and request. Hit that notification bell to let you know when I go live or upload my next video. Don't forget to check out these 2 videos. It'll take you to more of my content, and subscribe above. Got a suggestion for my next VoiceMas video? Let me know in the comment section below. And as always, I'll see you guys next time for more VoiceMas.